Hello everyone, myself Bhuleshwari Devangan. My seminar topic is MOS capacitor or MOS diode. The full form of MOS is metal oxide semiconductor. Introduction. The metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor consists of two PN junction either side of a MOS diode which act as the gate. A metal oxide semiconductor MOS is a two-terminal device which is the oxide which is insulator sandwich between a conductor and a semiconductor which would act as a capacitor. We call this MOS diode because this is a two terminal device. Gate terminal and body are bulk terminal. Structure. A basic MOS consisting of three layers. The top layer is conductive metal electrode, the middle layer is insulator silicon dioxide, and the bottom layer is semiconductor made out of crystal silicon and whose conductivity changes either doping or temperature. And there is a ohmic contact. G is referred as gate, Vg is a applied voltage, B is a body or bulk terminal, T is a thickness of oxide. Vg is less than 0 volt, metal plate is negatively biased, and Vg is greater than 0 volt, metal plate is positively biased with respect of ohmic contact. Second, energy band diagram for MOS. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. G is referred as gate and B is a body or bulk contact. And there is p-type substrate. Now start how we find energy band diagram for metal oxide semiconductor MOS. There is always vacuum level, E naught is here for metal, and this is Fermi level, EF is here, and this is valence band, EV is here, and the Fermi level to vacuum level Q phi m is called metallic work function. And for insulator, E naught is a vacuum level is here, and EC conduction band is here, and EV valence band is here, and the difference of E naught and EC is Q chi ox. This is called electron affinity. And semiconductor, E naught vacuum level is here, and EC conduction band is here, and EI intrinsic level EI is here, and Fermi level EF is here, and valence band EV is here. So the difference of E naught and EF Q phi s, this is called semiconductor work function. And the difference of E naught and EC is Q chi s, and the difference of EC and EI EG by 2, and the difference of EI to EF Q phi f. So first, the difference of E naught to EF is Q phi m. This called is metallic work function. So metallic work function E naught minus EF is Q phi m. And second, for insulator, the difference of E naught and EC is Q chi s. This called is electron affinity. So electron affinity E naught minus EC is Q chi ox. And third, the difference of E naught and EF is Q phi s. This called is semiconductor work function. So Q phi s is equal to the difference of E naught and EC is Q chi s plus the difference of EC minus EI is EG by 2, and the difference of EI to EF is Q phi f. So Q phi s is equal to Q chi s plus Eg by 2 plus, so put the value of Q phi f is Kt ln of Na upon Ni. So this is equation number first, and this is equation number second, and this is equation number third. Third, ideal MOS. An ideal MOS diode is must satisfy following three conditions. First, Q phi m minus Q phi s. The metallic work function and the semiconductor work function are not same. There is no difference between metallic work function and the semiconductor work function. So q phi m equal q phi s. Then q phi m minus q phi s is equal 0. Hence q phi ms equal q phi m minus q phi s. q phi ms equal q phi m minus, so put the value of q phi s in equation number 3, minus q chi s plus eg by 2 plus kt ln of Na upon Ni. And second condition, in ideal MOS, oxide has no change inside. Oxide has no change inside. And third condition, in ideal MOS, the resistivity of oxide is infinite. And the energy band diagram for ideal MOS, there is E naught vacuum level is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here for metal, and the difference of vacuum level to Fermi level of metal Q phi m, this is called metallic work function. And for oxide, this is vacuum level E naught is here, and this is conduction band EC is here, and the difference of E naught to EC Q chi ox, this is called electron affinity. And this is dielectric oxide, which is very large. T is the thickness of oxide, and the EV valence band is here for oxide. And for semiconductor, this is vacuum level E naught is here, and this is conduction band EC is here, and this is intrinsic level EI is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here. And the difference of E naught to EF is Q phi s, this is called a semiconductor work function. And the difference of E naught to EC is Q chi s, plus the difference of EC to EI is EG by 2, and the difference of EI to EF is Q phi f. At thermal equilibrium with no bias applied, the Fermi levels of the metal and semiconductor are aligned. If EF is flat, and intrinsic level is flat, and the conduction band is flat, and the valence band is flat, everything is flat. When an ideal MOS diode is biased with positively or negatively, three cases may exist at the semiconductor surface. First, accumulation, and second, depletion, and third, inversion. So first accumulation case in ideal MOS diode, V is less than 0 in negative bias. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. G is referred as gate, B is the bulk contact, and this is p-type substrate. Metal have already free electrons, and the semiconductor already have free holes. When we applied negative voltage in the metallic plate, then negative charges come to the metallic plate, and positive charges come to the semiconductor. And we have accumulation positive charge carrier at semiconductor surface. Fig in accumulation case in MOS capacitor, an energy band diagram for accumulation in MOS capacitor. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. This is conduction band EC is here, and this is intrinsic level EI is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here, and Vg is less than 0, and Vox is potential drop across in the oxide. So if I apply negative voltage on the gate, so holes will be attracted, will be more holes in here. There are more holes in here that are accumulating there, so bands will bend up. The conduction band is bend up, the intrinsic level is bend up, and the valence band is bend up, and the Fermi level does not change in this condition due to responsible of current flow in semiconductor. And the Fermi level and valence band to come closer the semiconductor. And second case of depletion, is small positive bias, V is greater than 0. This part is metal, and this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor, and this is p-type substrate. G is referred as gate, and B is a bulk contact. So then When we apply small positive voltage on the metallic plate, then positive charges come to the metallic plate and it deflected negative charges of metallic plate, and the negative charges come to the semiconductor and it deflected positive charges of semiconductor. In this way, when we applied a small positive voltage, we get depletion case, fake depletion case in MOS capacitor, and energy band diagram for depletion case in MOS capacitor. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. This is metal Fermi level EF is here, and this is conduction band EC is here, and this is intrinsic level EI is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here. QVox is potential drop across in the oxide, and if we apply positive voltage in the gate, this is holes, and holes is a p-type semiconductor. This positive voltage will repel away the holes, and so near the surface the holes will be pushed away and create a depletion region. Here this Fermi level and this valence band is come closer and then semiconductor, and the Fermi level does not change in this condition, and the valence band and Fermi level is very closer. In this fig is depletion case in MOS capacitor. And 3, inversion, large positive bias V is greater than 0. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. G is referred as gate, this is p-type substrate, and B is a bulk contact. When we applied more positive voltage at the metallic plate, we have positive charges come to the metallic plate and negative charges come to the semiconductor. At the metallic plate, positive charge deflected negative charge, and the semiconductor same process is done. And in this case, we also depletion layer just like as depletion, and V is greater than 0, but in this magnitude of depletion is more than depletion case, which is called inversion. In this case, fig inversion case in MOS capacitor, and energy band diagram for inversion case in MOS capacitor. So this part is metal, and this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. This is EF metal Fermi level EF is here, and this is conduction band is here, and this is intrinsic level EI is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here. This is electrons is here, and Vox is a potential drop across in the oxide. So when we apply more positive voltage in the gate, the conduction band is very close to the Fermi level, and the valence band is now moved away from Fermi level at the interface, and the intrinsic level EI are touched in Fermi level EF. So then in this condition, valence band is come closer to the Fermi level in this condition, and V is very greater than 0. And second case is surface depletion space charge region. In this subsection, we will derive relation between the surface potential, depletion charge, and electric field. These relations are useful in deriving the CV characteristics of ideal MOS diode. So then this part is oxide and this part is semiconductor. This is semiconductor surface. This conduction band EC is here, and this is intrinsic level EI is here, and this is Fermi level EF is here, and this is valence band EV is here, and this is Q phi S. Phi S is less than 0, and phi S is potential drop across in semiconductor. Then this is Fermi level is flat because there is no motion of current. EI intrinsic level will be bending eventually. It will be at the surface, and the difference of EC to EV is EG, and the difference of EI to EF is Q phi B. Then first point is electrostatic potential. And electrostatic potential, the electrostatic potential is defined as 0 in the bulk. Is a measure of the intrinsic Fermi level and position with respect of the intrinsic Fermi level. at the semiconductor surface, then phi is equal to phi s. This is surface potential. Since the electron and hole concentration are given by Np is equal to Ni into e to the power Ef minus Ei upon Kt, and Pp is equal to Ni into e to the power Ei minus Ef upon Kt. We can express them to as a function of the electrostatic potential is Np is equal Ni into e to the power phi minus phi b upon Kt, and Pp is equal to Ni into e to the power phi b minus phi upon Kt. In this case, in electrostatic potential. And second, accumulation to inversion. The carrier concentration at the surface are therefore then Ns is equal Ni into e to the power q phi s minus phi b upon Kt, and Ps is equal to Ni into e to the power q phi b minus phi s upon Kt, and the flowing regions of surface potential are therefore identified here. Phi s is less than 0, accumulation of holes. This condition bend upward. And phi s equals 0, then this condition is flat bend condition. And 0 greater than phi s and phi s greater than phi b, depletion of holes. And in this condition bands bend downward. And in this condition bands bend downward, and phi s equal phi b, mid gap of with ns is equal np and ni, intrinsic condition. Mid gap with ns is equal np is equal ni, and intrinsic condition. And last condition is phi s is greater than phi b, and in this condition is inversion case bands bend downward in this condition, and third case is third depletion width. In depletion mode, the electric field intensity will be Es is equal integration of PV upon epsilon dx. This is equation number first, where PV is charge density, and also potential V equal minus integration of E dx. And now in this mode, Qm plus Qs is equal 0. Then Qm and the value of Qs is minus Qna Wa equal 0. Then Qm equal Qna Wa, and Qm upon A is equal Qna. Then Q prime m equal Qnaw. Then this is equation number second, where Qm prime is Qm upon A, and this is charge per unit area. Now from equation number first, then Es is equal Qm upon A epsilon s, then Q prime m upon epsilon s. So the value of Q prime m is Qna W upon epsilon s. This is equation number third. And now potential on the gate is Vg equal Vox plus phi s. Then phi s equal potential. Now phi s equal potential drop across semiconductor. Then also capacitance Cox upon A equal Qm upon A upon Vox. This is equation number 4. And Cox prime equal Q prime m upon Vox. This is equation number 5. And the Cox prime equal value of Qm prime is epsilon ox upon T ox. This is equation number 6. And here phi s equal 1 upon 2 W Es. Then from equation number third, phi s is equal 1 upon 2 W, and the value of Es in equation number 3 is Qna W upon epsilon s. Then 1 upon 2 Qna W square upon epsilon s. In this condition, phi s value, and so then W is equal to root of 2 phi s and epsilon s upon q na. This is equation number 7. So which is depletion width, and then W is depletion width in this case. Now q prime m is equal q na, and the value of W is 2 phi s epsilon s upon q na. From equation number second, so q prime m equal the root of qna. Qna is once time cancel, and the 2 qna into phi s epsilon s root of the, this is the value of q prime m, and at the time of strong inversion, ns is equal na. So then, sorry, this is small n, capital Na, ni into e to the power q into phi s inversion minus phi b, and equal ni into e to the power q phi b upon kt. Then ni is cancelled, and the base is same. Phi s inversion minus phi b equal phi b, then phi s inversion, equal to phi b. This side change, and plus phi b is equal to phi b. Then phi s inversion, equal to phi b, and the phi b is value kt upon q ln of na upon ni. These are the value of phi s inversion. So maximum depletion width, is W maximum equal root of 2 phi s inversion epsilon s upon q na, congruent root of 2 epsilon s to phi b upon q na. Then W maximum equal root of 4 epsilon s kt ln of na upon ni, and upon q square na. So this is the value of W maximum width. This is equation number 8. And CV characteristics for MOS capacitor. So first, accumulation. In accumulation case, when we increase the potential from Vg to dVg, and the amount of charge must increases from Qm to dQm, and Qs to dQs. Now we know the capacitance is nothing but C is equal to dQ upon dV. So dQ is incremental value of charge, and dV is incremental value of voltage. From the figure, the capacitance will be then C ox is equal epsilon ox into A upon T ox. So then capacitance per unit area is C ox prime equal C ox upon A. Then CV characteristics for MOS capacitor in this figure accumulation. This part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. Qm for metal and minus dq is incremental value of charge for metal, and T ox is thickness of oxide, and plus dq is incremental value of charge for semiconductor. Qs for semiconductor, and second depletion. And depletion case in MOS capacitor is now depletion case. The depletion region consists of ions acting as a dielectric medium which restrict the flow of current. So we have two dielectric medium, one is made of silicon and one is made of silicon dioxide, of course, and we are having two capacitance are placed in series. Now here C dep prime equal epsilon Si upon W. So W is in this figure. So C dep is equal epsilon Si into A upon W. So now in this figure, this part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. Qm for metal plus dq is incremental value of charge for metal, and T ox is the thickness of oxide, and for semiconductor minus dq charge. This is the minus dq is incremental value of charge for semiconductor, and the value of qs is minus qna, and W is a maximum depletion width for MOS capacitor, and the total capacitance per unit area is 1 upon C dash equal 1 upon C ox prime plus 1 upon C dep prime. So then 1 upon C dash equal LCM of this C ox prime into C dep prime. So then C dep prime plus C ox prime. So this is the condition, and R C dash equal, these are C ox prime into C dep prime upon C dep prime plus C ox prime. This is the value of C dash for the depletion case, and this is the equation number first. Third, inversion and inversion case. And now inversion mode at low frequency signal condition, due to thermal generation, electrons accumulated at the semiconductor interface. Hence the capacitance will be given by C ox equal epsilon ox upon T ox into A. So R C ox prime equal C ox upon A. So then the value of C ox is epsilon ox upon T ox into A upon A. So A are cancel, and the value of C ox prime is epsilon ox upon T ox. And the inversion mode in this graph, in CV characteristics, this part is metal, this part is oxide, and this part is semiconductor. Qm for metal and plus dq is incremental value of charge for metal, and T ox is the thickness of oxide, and for semiconductor W maximum is deflection width and this is inversion charge is here, and minus dq is incremental value of charge for semiconductor, and this is CV characteristics for MOS capacitor in this graph. This point is accumulation, and the value of Cox prime is epsilon ox upon Tox. So epsilon ox is medium dielectric permittive, and Tox is thickness of oxide, and this is depletion in this point, and this is depletion in this point is Cox in Cox prime and C dep prime, and this is C depletion in two series, and then this point is inversion and Cox prime, and this value is epsilon ox upon Tox in this constant. So then the curve is low frequency, and somewhere around 10 hertz, which is very low frequency, which means you apply something higher than 100 hertz or something you are accumulating to get the inversion charge, and this accumulating mode when the capacitance keeps reducing in depletion mode. So on operation and inversion mode, we have two categories in low frequency, Cox prime and C dep prime. So in two categories we have inversion, and one is low frequency and one is to high frequency in this minimum, and the minimum capacitance. So in this characteristics we have maximum capacitance, which is Cox prime, and C minimum capacitance, which is series in Cox prime. The other one is C depletion prime. So this is depletion width, and low frequency inversion charge, and high frequency is depletion charge in this graph, and Vg is a applied voltage. And next, real silicon dioxide MOS diode in non-ideal MOS. So in the real case, the work function difference between the metal and semiconductor is generally not zero, as in our idealized case, and certainly is not for the most commonly used metal in the metal silicon dioxide system. So phi m equal 3.95 electron volt N plus polysilicon, and phi m equal 4.1 electron volt aluminium, and ideal MOS capacitor and real MOS capacitor in difference. First, ideal MOS. So the difference, the metallic work function and semiconductor work function difference, Q phi m minus Q phi s equal 0 in ideal MOS, and non-ideal or real MOS, the metallic work function and semiconductor work function difference is Q phi m minus Q phi s is does not equal to 0, and second, in ideal MOS capacitor, oxide has no changes, inside, and the real MOS, there is changes inside. And third condition, the resistivity of the oxide is infinite, and the real MOS, the resistivity of oxide is finite in real MOS capacitor. And second, threshold voltage. When the semiconductor surface is strongly inverted, the width of the depletion region is maximum. This occurs at a plate voltage that causes the surface potential to reach its threshold voltage. So we know that Vg is equal Vox plus phi s. Then Vt equal Vox plus phi s inversion. So then Vt and the value of Vox is Qna W maximum upon Cox plus 2 phi b inversion. So then Vt congruent root of 2 epsilon s Qna 2 phi b in root upon Cox plus 2 phi b. So then C minimum is equal epsilon ox upon T plus epsilon ox upon epsilon s in W maximum. So since Cj equal epsilon s upon W maximum, so then since 1 upon C minimum is equal to 1 upon C ox plus 1 upon Cj, so then LCM of C ox and Cj is C ox into Cj, so then Cg plus C ox in this condition. So C minimum is equal that is C ox into Cj upon C ox plus Cj. So the divided Cj is divided by numerator and denominator. So the value of C minimum is C ox into Cj upon Cj and C ox upon Cj plus Cj upon Cj and Cj is cancelled. So then C minimum is equal to C ox upon Cj plus 1. Then the value of C ox is epsilon ox upon T ox and epsilon ox upon T ox Cj plus 1. So then epsilon ox upon T ox and epsilon ox upon T ox into epsilon s upon epsilon upon W maximum. So then W in 1 plus 1. So then the value of C minimum is equal epsilon ox upon T ox plus epsilon ox upon epsilon s, that is the value of W and W maximum. So this is the value of C minimum in threshold voltage. And next, charges in the oxide traps and oxide charges. So for a practical MOS diode, interface traps and oxide charges exist that will in one way or another affect the ideal MOS characteristics. So first diagram, this part is metal, this is mobile ionic charges Qm, and this is fixed oxide charges Qf, and this is interface trapped charges Qit, and this is oxide trapped charges Qot is here. And this layer is silicon dioxide and this layer is silicon oxide. So the value of oxygen is 0 to 2, and this part is semiconductor and this is silicon is here. So in the 4 in ideal MOS characteristics in oxide and trapped charges. First, interface trapped charges Qit. QIT charges are located at the silicon dioxide interface with energy states in silicon forbidden gap and which can exchange charges with silicon a short time. QIT or positive or negative charges in silicon dioxide silicon interface. QIT can possibly be produced by structural defects, oxidation induced defects, metal impurities, or oxidation caused band breaking hot electrons. For present, most of the QIT charges can be neutralized by 10-volt temperature minus 450 degree Celsius hydrogen annealing. And second, fixed oxide charges QF. The fixed oxide charges QF are located near the interface and are immobile. Under applied electric field, QF are always positive charges near the silicon dioxide interface because we do not have two oxygen atoms for one silicon and at transition have transition layer, so all the silicon atoms are not satisfied by bending and therefore there is a positive that is created during oxidation. It is said to be fixed because the value of this charge does not change with voltage and it is always present whenever you create silicon dioxide interface. It can be reduced by using high temperature oxidation and annealing after oxidation N2RO2 and AR. Third, oxide trapped charges QOT and QOT are positive or negative charges due to holes or electrons in the oxide. It can be created by X-ray radiation or hot electron injection. These traps are distributed inside the oxide layer. And fourth, mobile ionic charges QM are ionic impurities oxide such as sodium Na plus charge, Li plus charge and K plus charge and hydrogen plus H plus charge which are mobile in this mobile ionic charges. Thank you for watching.